Okay, good afternoon everyone. Okay, so today we are going to do the workbook page 48. So please write today's day and date. So the page 48 is a review of the unit 4, okay? It's a review of unit 4. Now I'm going to read the question. The answers are on the board, but I'm going to read out the questions and explain it to you first, okay? Then you can copy the answers later. So Asha's rock, number 1. Asha's rock has a fossil of a shell in it. Sanjay's is very light and frothy and full of holes. So that's an observation, okay? Now, whose rock? A. Whose rock was probably formed under the sea and why? So, of course, Asha's rock is formed under the sea. Why? Because a fossilized shell indicates that the rock comes from a sea creature habitat. Now, you find shells near the sea, of course, right? So, what does the shell inside the rock indicate or shows? That it comes from a sea habitat, okay? So, please copy A, as you can see the board. Okay, B. Whose rock might have come from a volcano? Now, of course, that's Sanjay's. Why? Because Sanjay's rock is light and frothy and it's full of holes. So, a light and frothy rock indicates, sorry, I didn't put rock. Light and frothy rock indicates or shows, okay? It means shows. Indicates air pockets, okay? It indicates it has air pockets because it's full of holes created by molten lava, okay? So that means it comes from near a volcano, okay? The rock comes from somewhere near a volcano, okay? So please copy the answers. Please copy the answers from the board. Okay, number 2, circle the name of the rocks changed by temperature and pressure. So, metamorphic rocks are the rocks which are changed because of temperature and pressure. So, circle metamorphic. Circle metamorphic. Okay, the next one. What are soils made of? So, soils are made up of dead animals and plants and broken down rocks. Now, soil in the ground, what you find or see in the ground is made up of dead animals and plants, okay? Dead animals and plants, and also broken down rocks, or rocks which have been broken down over the period of time because of weather, wind, rain, because of all the weather conditions, the rocks have broken down and they form soil, okay? So soil is basically that, okay? Next one, number 4, Oak Tree School Field is on sandy soil. Fernwood School Field is on clay soil. One day it rained. Which school field is likely to dry first and why? So you have 2 school fields. One is on sandy soil and the other is clay soil, okay? So when it rains, which field will dry faster or dry first is of course the one with the sandy soil, okay? So Oak Tree School Field, that's the answer. Why? Because the rainwater would be able to drain away faster, okay? Because of the sandy soil, sand has large particles, the rainwater drains through faster to sand, okay, than clay. Remember the experiment we did where clay, the water drips through very fast, very slowly. So clay does not let water pass through, alright? Okay, number 5. What does permeable mean? Okay, so the meaning of the word permeable is a material that allows liquids and gases to pass through. Okay, that's what permeable means. A material which allows liquids and gases to pass through. Pass through it easily. You can write pass through it easily. That's permeable. Okay? Alright, and the last question for today is add the names of the 4 soils to this branching key. So this is number 6. You have to add the name of the 4 soils to the branching key. So they've given you the names of the soil: sand, clay, peat and chalk. Alright, so those are the 4 types of soil. Alright, so the first is the soil light colored? So there's a branch. Alright, then does it have gritty particle? Yes or no? So the first box is what has gritty particles? Gritty means like it's rough particles. Which one? So, and is it light colored? So first of all, which is light colored? Sand is light colored and chalk is light colored. Now, does sand have gritty particles? Yes. The Y means yes. That's the first box. Then the second box is, which one is remaining, which is light colored? It is chalk. Alright. So chalk is light colored, but it does not have gritty particles. That's what it means. Okay, it doesn't have gritty particles. Now the other side. Is the soil light colored? No. N means no. Does it contain lots of plant remains? So for yes, it is peat. Peat contains. So number 3 box is peat. Peat contains, it's not light colored and it contains a lot of plant remains. Alright, and the last one is clay. Clay is not light colored and it does not contain a lot of plant remains. So that's how you separate the key. Okay, that's how you separate. So what you have to do is you have to read the question and then there's a yes and a no. A yes and a no. That's called a branching key. When you separate, you ask a question, then you separate yes or no. If the answer is yes, then what it is. If the answer is no, then what it is. Okay.